My experience, my career, I have had more female bosses than male bosses. The very first job I had a female boss. I swear, and this is a trend with all the female bosses that I've had, they seriously think that they have like a 10-inch dick that they need to wave around to prove that they are competent human beings. And you can be a woman, you can be powerful, and you can be good, but you don't have to be a bitch. And I'm not saying that they were like always like a bitch towards me specifically, although sometimes they were. Like, I mean, she would walk in every place like with her arms crossed as if she was like you have to impress me at this meeting. She was good at what she did, but the camel straw broken back, hey, I don't really know the phrase, was I was flirting with other companies. I was getting ready to jump. Yeah, so I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in, like, bye. And she, you know, wanted to stop me, whatever, turned real nice real quick. And, you know, she basically told me that, like, she would never be able to pay me what I deserved anyways, and that it was a matter of time before, apparently, that I found out. Now, a good fucking boss will pay you to keep you. And here this woman was just fucking hiding it and being like, yeah, I knew you'd, like, find that out later. Yeah, go fuck yourself. The next boss was also a female boss. In this specific company, she was not respected. She used to blame it on the fact that she was black. Literally, and that she couldn't get fired because she was black. And you know what? Fuck it. She's not wrong, because that's how it is in a lot of places, you know? We have affirmative action in the job place, or racism, whichever you want to call it, glass half full, glass half empty. She wouldn't interact with anyone else. She wasn't a bitch, for sure. She just wasn't a bitch. She was just very isolated, very, very cautious. I have to cover my ass because I'm black. I'm not inventing this. Like, these are words. So she was just unapproachable in many scenarios. Boom, next boss. Boss I had, another fucking female. This was in Manhattan, and she was like power fucking house queen bitch. He was just mean as fuck. Like, she used to tell me that a 6-year-old could do my job. Then bitch, fucking hire a 6-year-old. You know, I don't know. There's no words to describe this woman except she would walk in and own the room because she was a bitch. But she was unproductive. Her like skill was that she can get on TV and talk. You know, we were in public relations, you know, she was the voice. She could get on TV and she made everything sound really great, but then behind the scenes she'd be like, why the fuck are you touching my dog? And no, I don't like my hair like that. And why is there lemon in my water, not orange peel? Like, she was a bitch, diva bitch. She was the worst. Actually, that was the only job I ever quit and just walked straight the fuck out. I was like, bye. Next boss, I had a guy boss, a male boss, an older man. He was super nice. Very, very nice guy, but I find that men are more manipulative than women. Women are fucking powerhouses. They could be manipulative, but they use like I said, their fucking Thor dick to like get shit done. Whereas men sweet talk you into getting what they want. You know, tiptoeing a lot around the business aspect of things. Another thing, they could not accept that they were wrong. Ever. Like, I had to prove, and even when I did prove, it was just, like, shitty. Like, they didn't accept it. Like, no, we're gonna do things like that. Now, my next job after that, I had female bosses and a male boss. Okay, so my female boss was like the best boss I ever had. She was the first person to ever actually like listen to me, like was like, what do you want to do? Let's do it. And I got to do what I want. Like, I got to make my job, and this is a job I basically will do for the rest of my life because I'm fucking good at it. She is the outlier. I only worked for her for a few months because I got pushed under another woman, and this other woman was like, I think she had 11-inch monster. Her and I, we end up more as like partners than like boss and report. I've watched how she managed other people, and her biggest fault, I think, in my opinion, was that she couldn't make it a full circle. Like, she could be a bitch to you, and push you, but she can never come around to the end of that when something was done and be like, do you see why that I did that? Like, there was never any closure, so it always kind of ended as like, oh wow, fuck her, she's a bitch. And that was just an observation I had for me directly. I never had a problem working for her. The whole concept of women having a 10-inch monster and waving their dick around as if it makes them like bigger in meetings is like unnecessary, I think. I could see your worth based on what you execute and how you treat people. That's all. That's it. And then I got out from under her and I worked for a male boss. He is a pain in the ass the way the girl was a pain in the ass, but he does the follow-up, and I think that's what I realized. Like, he will like drill into the ground, do this like this, do this like this, do this like this, I want to see it like this. And I'm just like, why the fuck am I doing that? Why can't I just do it like this, the easy and the best way? After all said and done, he will sit there and say, do you know why I had you do that? Do you know why I'm having you do this? And you know, there's a reason behind it, and I value the fact that he has a meaning behind the way that he teaches. And I especially see it with the younger, more junior people that he manages, because he has them doing these projects that everyone else at their level isn't doing. Everyone at their level has to do one project, and he has his reports doing, I think, 6 to 8 projects. But the reason he's doing it is because that final project, his kids are gonna be ready for it, and the rest of the fuckers aren't. And you gotta respect that. Like, that's a good boss. I've been able to navigate and you know, go through life experiencing these different types of people and understanding, like, almost like the psychology behind the way they behave. And they could say all day long that I don't know them from a hole in the wall and blah blah blah, but you know what, I know how you treat people. I know how you treat me. I know what work you've done. I know what work you haven't done. So I don't need to know you to see how you actually are as a person, as a worker, as a colleague, as a boss, okay? And so that's all that fucking matters. 3 of them who've had an impact on me in a positive way. And I don't know if they'll ever watch this, but if they do, like I said, I am who I am because of you. Well, not really, but I'll probably always remember and hold dear to my little career heart in some fashion or another. And also, you know what? Learn from the bad bosses. Learn how you don't want to be, you know? And for any female boss watching this, and you think that you aren't like that, and you've gotten feedback in various scenarios that you are like that, you are like that. That's all. All you gotta do, I don't have advice for that scenario because I've never been like that. You are respected, I'm sure. Are you remembered for something great? Does it matter to you? Probably not. If you think you have a 10-inch monster, you probably don't give a fuck about what people think. Go home at the end of the day being like, I'm a boss. But like, if you really don't teach people below you, then what kind of fucking person are you? What kind of boss are you to start? You know what I mean? You shouldn't even be in charge of people. And that's all I gotta say. We're done.